Okay, you can. Okay, sweet. Sorry about that. I am so sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. I didn't realize you couldn't hear me. Okay. And what better reason than helping a poor young girl with her troubled home life? So let's go back a little bit. But I'm sick of eating oatmeal. Rose. I told you, don't worry about it. But you will worry about it. You worry about all your friends. All 2 of them. Rose smiles with half of her mouth. It seems to be about all that she can manage. Lightning crashes. You look so small and sad against this wall of bottles. Do you know how to fix this? Thunder rolls and you clench your fist. A friendship clinch. You don't know who you are. You surely don't know why you're here, but you do know that surely you have these powers for a reason. What better reason than helping a poor young girl with her troubled home life? Rolling up your floppy sleeves, you get to work. What are you doing? You start with the dark liquors first. In your experiences, those cause worse hangovers and are more likely to contribute to the absence of hot motherly meals and the overconsumption of oatmeal. Grab 2 bottles of rum and 1 of bourbon, which you tuck in one armpit. Then you zap out of the house and into a clearing in the nearby woods a couple of hours ago, before it started raining. You drop the bottles and go back for more. Are you just stealing all of my mother's liquor? Is this your solution to her alcoholism? Don't worry, Rose can thank you later. Oh, she looks angry. You go for the tequila next, then the vodka. Then you get sick of this organized approach and just start grabbing whatever the fuck and dumping it in the past. Rose watches you do this for a while, then she hops on the counter, crosses her legs, and starts texting. Wow, she's really so intent on her conversation that she doesn't even notice you fixing her domestic situation. She keeps giving you little fleeting looks, and you're pretty sure she must be talking about you. You should just let her talk. It isn't right to try to invade your friend's privacy. You attempt to resist the temptation, which you fail at immediately. Not even an overused meme can save you. You zap behind her into the corner where you can spy on her private correspondence. I don't know anything about them. I'm sorry. Sigh. And here was me trying to take advantage of your uncanny ability to make guesses verging on prognosticism. I'm recently considering a reevaluation of magic. You don't know who this person is. Maybe you should just... You go back in time in a couple minutes to when Rose started her conversation. Your best self is busily zapping back and forth carrying liquor bottles. You hunker down so you don't see yourself and cause a paradox or whatever the fuck. Out of morbid curiosity to shine a light on my future, I come with metaphorical hat in hand to ask you to consult your dream clouds. Do you happen to know anything about a strange cardboard cutout creature masquerading as a mailman? Are you sleeping? Sorry, I had to scold Beck because he's been acting really weird all of a sudden. Anyway, is this not the same mailman that John was talking about? The fake one who hung out with him? That's the one. They are currently emptying my mother's liquor cabinet in an attempt to prevent her from overindulging herself. Oh, are they drinking it? No, I think they're just dropping into the woods with their magical powers. Oh, Do they know she can just go out and buy more liquor? That's something you can do where you live, right? Yes. Well, not exactly where we live. I think the nearest boozery is a good 20-minute drive. I'm not actually entirely sure where my mother got it all. We don't own a car as far as I know. Sometimes it seems that she had the ability to just make things disappear. I don't know anything about them. I'm sorry. And here was me trying to take advantage of your uncanny ability to make guesses verging on a I can't pronounce that. As I am recently considering a reevaluation on magic. I'm pretty sure magic is fake. At least the kinds of magic you're talking about. There's probably some real magic out there. Yes, for instance, the sort lets you spy on your hostess's private correspondence while you were stealing her mother's limitations. You freeze. With a constrapped zap, you reappear in front of Rose. She sets her phone down and props her chin up on a delicate fist. Sorry. You honestly don't know what got into you. You just couldn't resist using your powers for evil. Haven't you heard that with great power comes great responsibility? Rose is right. She's totally right. You only had this power for like a day, and so you still aren't used to the idea of being able to just zap all over the narrative. Clearly, you did not appreciate the implications. Zapping all over the narrative sounds potentially stressful. Oh, you bet. You are incredibly stressed right now. Rose laughs. You apologized to her for stealing all your mom's drinks. That was kind of overzealous of you. No, actually, I thought it was hilarious. I've never really been one for pranks. That's always fallen more in John's wheelhouse. But there's nothing wrong with occasionally stepping outside of one's comfort zone. Let's do the vodka next. The two of you working together gets the place cleared out pretty quick. You zap Rose along with you to the bright clearing in the field, and for a moment she just stands in the sunbeam, blinking up at the cloudless sky. Her expression says that she might not be totally convinced any of this is happening. With all the liquor has been transferred from the bedroom to the woods, and a big glittering dragon's hoard of booze, you and Rose fall down next to it in a messy heap. Well, you fall into a messy heap. Rose lowers herself, daintily, sitting more on her knees than her butt, probably to keep her skirt from getting dirty. You get the idea that even though she lives in the middle of nowhere, she doesn't spend her time outside. You tell her again that you're sorry you spied on her correspondence with her green friend Gigi. Also, you hope she really isn't going to get in trouble with her mom. I'm unduly concerned. I'll tell her where it all is in a couple days, although by that time I'm sure at least a good third of it will be water damaged. I'm sure this will have fantastic implications for our relationship, and not at all exacerbate the emotional problems underlying her addiction. You laugh awkwardly. Now you just kind of feel like an asshole. Rose lies back on the grass and raises a hand to trace the curves of a fluffy white cloud. She closes her eyes. Perhaps it's just projection on my past, or wishful thinking. But ever since I've met you, I feel like something has changed. Or rather, something has failed to change, if that makes any sense. It's probably nothing. Her eyes flicker back open, endlessly purple, fixed on the sky that she can see something beyond it. And once again, you feel that there's something really crucial that you forgot. But at least you made a new friend, and even if you don't think Rose's brand would ever allow her to call you such, you're lying in a sunny clearing next to a pile of alcohol, and honestly, it doesn't get much friendlier than that. Epic. We won. Now, let's go to Dave, I guess. Let's be real. As much as you enjoy your new friends, they all seem a little lonely. Like maybe they don't have any friends besides the one they talk to online. Is online friendship a reasonable alternative to a more traditional face-to-face friendship? Are relationships, and dare you say, families that you choose not just as important? If not more so than those you are able to touch and feel? Damn. Maybe being a little too real. You decide not to think about it too hard. But if you're being honest with yourself, maybe you aren't terribly interested in the greater context of found family and interpersonal relationships in the instant message era. You've got a fever, and the only cure for this disease called friendship is to mildly inconvenience a few teenagers. Hi! As much of a delight as it's been to make a young boy face his existential future, rob a woman of her booze stash, and then self-reflect about the value of contextual relationships, it's all felt a little heavy-handed. What you need is an emotional palate cleanser. There are 2 kids left on this tour de force, and both sound like they make exquisite friends. Time to go full-on easy mode here. You've heard so much about this guy, you feel like you've got this one in the goddamn bag. With confidence, you zap yourself onwards. What am I looking at? Oh, you're already here. Wherever here is, it is blisteringly hot. You nigh instinctively regret your choice of apparel. Why did you instinctively put your hoodie back on over this robe? Gown? You the mailman or male person? Oh, cool! This must be Dave. Rose mentioned he talked a lot and as you start to explain it, it becomes apparent he is having this conversation at you, not with you. Wow, it is unbelievably human. Person adjacent? Anyway, Egbert told me you show up eventually, which I never doubted for a second, since one of the core tenets of the United States Postal Service is that you visit 4 extremely specific and spread out teenagers while sweating all over yourself. Practically a crime to not be increasingly moist while out here delivering letters on the roof of a sunrise, which, as you know, is the most effective and legal way to drop off the post. Claimier than a New England potluck and wandering around on the roof with no package. Is it actually really cool? It is actually really cool how much this kid seems to talk at you, but you're barely listening. Has the sun always been that red? Has the sky always been that wavy? Are you alright? You are hardly alright. You tug at the hot collar of your soggy mess of a hoodie. It is an overwhelmingly oppressive heat, and almost impenetrable air fills your lungs as you try and take a series of shallower and shallower breaths. The world fades to white. Oh, hell no. When you wake up, you're sitting propped up on a cheap futon in the front of a large television. A rough approximation of a person does an elaborate series of controlled falls, accumulating in what you can only describe as skateboarding for assholes. On your left, Dave exists in a quantum state that is both somehow sitting and laying down, but also neither. With the precision of a Swiss watchmaker, he deftly presses a series of buttons that make the awful polygon man on screen T-pose and fall face forward into the ground. Seconds later, his skateboard flops helplessly next to him. He doesn't look away from the screen as he speaks. So, I guess you lived. It's not that I'm invested, but John might be sad. Classic John. You try and emulate this incredibly casual body language as you slide your body down in the futon. Your legs already barely reach the ground. Yeah, that guy's a dork, but I've taught him everything he knows. You ask him if you taught him how to be a dork. You affect a completely uninterested face as though the sickness of your 3rd-degree burn is not the single most exciting moment of your life. God damn. Owned in my own home. Owned within an inch of my life. I'm on the edge of reaching out that hand of friendship, and this chucklehead long live the king's me. Thousands of gazelles trample my useless body as Jonathan Taylor Thomas's persona watches on. Who will rise Simba now? Who's going to teach him about combat? Philosophy. Life. By the way, I put your nasty sweatshirt in the shower. The shower? What? The shower? Yeah, it smelled, so I tossed it in there. Ran the hot water. You can thank me later. Won't someone need that? You don't want to put anyone out. You've already taken up so much of their hospitality. You don't think that's how you were supposed to wash clothes. Nah, my bro's out for a while. It happens sometimes. Probably puppet related. He avoids a laundry minefield by opting for that nuclear option. Though you guess that makes sense. There are a lot of puppets around, which strikes you as extremely normal and reasonable and not even a little whack. Yeah, puppets rule. End of story. Shit, close the book on that one. Time for Betty Bye, kid. Little man about to get his 8 to 10 on snug as a rug and snug as a bug in a fucking rug. Oh my god, Dave, you are so hard to talk as. Oh my god. Tucked the fuck up and tight as can be on his way to Slumberland. Nemo who? Never fucking heard of him. Shit, hold on. He sits up to fish something out of his pocket. Ah! A palm hand? A phone. He gets a phone from his pocket. You're not sure what you were thinking. As a perfectly normal human being from a 100% real and tangible Earth, you know what a cell phone is. What is that, a first gen? Yikes. He ignores your jab and you pretend not to be reading over his shoulder. Though it probably could not be more obvious that you are. Hi! Did you meet him? Did you meet the mailman? My guy. We have gone over this in time and time again. How do I put it in terms that you can understand? You have never ever met a mailman in your life. Even in the shitty coaster flick you love, the dude has the decency to at least wear the outfit. Haha, I knew you watched it. English is hard. English is hard. No, I'd never waste my precious time watching even a single one of the Z-list garbage you try to wreck me. I'm just stating stone cold facts. I just read an outline and browsed a few review sites to see what people were saying.
I don't know. It sounds like you probably took a lot more time and effort than just watching the movie itself.
What I'm saying is, this isn't a mailman. I don't even think this is a person. You have thrust a person-styled entity into my life under the alluring guise of parcel delivery, which, if I'm understanding right now, this clown isn't even very good on account of how bad they are bundled the only delivery that mattered. At least the lawn had the good sense to be skeptical of this absolute fucking tomfoolery.
Don't be a dick. The mailman is cool.
John, I cannot stress this enough. You wouldn't know cool if it bit you right in the ass. Can you imagine?
No.
The dopest person you've ever met chomping away? Just really getting up in there. Ice cold and ear deep in a king's piece of ass.
What the hell are you talking about?
Try to keep up, Egbert. This will be on the quiz. He looks uncharacteristically startled as he glances back in your direction to find you only a few inches away, adamantly reading his private conversation with a friend. Jesus Christ, you're like a cat. How much of that did you see? You definitely didn't see him having a playfully flirtatious chat with a longtime friend, if that's what he's asking you. Dave desperately tries. Wait. You definitely didn't catch him having a playfully flirtatious chat with a longtime friend, if that's what he's asking you. Dave desperately tries to refocus on his game hijinks. He makes his character, who you can see is named Tony Cock. Tony Cock. Do what could be described as some insane flips and shit. Masterful. There's nothing at all flirtatious about two bros discussing eating ass. Just being straight is two arrows who are also straight. I mean, how could that even work? It wouldn't, that's how. That's all there really is to say about that. Oh my god! You reassure him that it's okay to be honest about his feelings. You're not here to judge him. John seems very nice. They'd be cute together. Together? Like how? No, don't tell me. I actually don't give even a single shit about this line of thought. You might not have picked up on this, but I'm definitely 100% not a homosexual. Pretty much crawling in moist thrombs with his hose on the regular. Oh, yes, totally, Dave. You totally are not a homosexual. You totally don't love Carcat. Wait, hoes are real? Hell yeah, hoes are real. And they're damp? Shit, it's like I gotta start at square one with this hapless asshole. What school do you go to? The utter astonishment you feel at this earth-shattering revelation sends your consciousness for a spin, but you manage to steel yourself. This isn't your first tough customer. You tell Dave that hose is a gender-neutral term. Anyone can be a hoe if they believe in themselves. Hoe-like behavior shows no limits, no master. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Despite just learning that they were real mere moments ago, you were confident that to be a hoe is to be free. Oh, that's pretty dope, I guess. It's not like I've never thought of it. I mean, for the ironic playoff, obviously. Can you imagine the look on his face? His best bro coming up to him with some dire news. I look at him, eyes red with tears, as I put a hand on his shoulder and said, "John, not to alarm you, but I'm gay now. Your clueless dipshit wilds have finally won me over." No, that sucks. Did he just come right pose? No, please. Nagito come right up pose and ran off. His speed speech has become even quicker than normal as he stands and paces frantically around the apartment, completely abandoning his poor Tony. I mean, and this is purely okay, sweet. And this is purely hypothetical. If I liked anyone, which I don't on account of being too fucking smooth to tie myself down, it would probably be another one of my friends. You know her. You don't know her. She's not from around here. So that basically means I can't have a thing. A thing? For John. Oh my god, he has a thing for John. I don't remember this part. Oh my god. I played this. I feel like I've played this before, but I don't remember him being so flustered over it. Oh my god. Dude, I'm smiling so hard right now. What the heck? This is why I love Pesterquest. Like, it's just so... Like... So fun. Case closed. By an anonymous decision from the jury finds in favor of the defendant. Me. It seems to you like he's got a lot to think about, and maybe this is a little heavy for the first meeting. You already feel emotionally exhausted. No fucking way we're in this for the long haul, partner. We are entrenched in this shit. You and me are fighting on the front lines of is he, isn't he, World War I. Troops are spilling over the embankment, armed to the teeth with various literature and pamphlets. I'm already learning so much about myself. Is that good? The enemy is at the gates of my sexuality, and our air support is nowhere to be seen. If I don't make it, tell my wife or maybe husband I died like I lived. Completely baller in every conceivable way. Dude, I love Dave. This conversation train has not just gone off the rails, but it's crashing headfirst into the nearest village. Just some unsuspecting hamlet falling prey to this out-of-control ride. This is no longer a conversation that you have any say in. You desperately look around the room for anything else to talk about. So, puppets, right? Oh, no. You fucked up, mailman. You opened the floodgates of introspection. We are balls deep in the discourse waters, and there's nobody to blame but yourself, the discourse. He stops pacing to look contemplative. His voice lowers to a mumble. Is he still talking to you? Does he still want to talk about this or not? It is nearly impossible to tell. Now hear me out, okay? Do I have to come up with a gay name now, or can I still be Dave? I'm thinking Gave, but let's not kid ourselves, that's an amateur choice. Obviously, my full title would be Gave Strider Dick Rider. Dude, this is like hilarious. What the heck? Dave, this is why I love Dave. Like, how they write him, especially in Pesterquest, I'm gonna cry. This is making me so happy. What? Whoa. Why does he have baby Muppets? What is going on over there? Okay. Okay, that's enough. There has got to be a better way than this. Bruh, you are so tired. I just leave Dave? Oh my god, that's so mean. No! We are doing this again. I enjoyed the freaking Dave rambling about being gay. That was so funny. Okay, so let's skip to the next part. Dope. You are definitely the sort of person who says dope often and casually. You tell him dopely. That you are a person who is not caught up in the small details of decorum or personal property. In fact, it doesn't bother you at all that he took your only worldly possession and tossed them in the shower while you were unconscious. What's some light corpse looting among bros? Okay. While it dries, you can wear one of my bros shirts. He usually has a fresh stash hidden in here. Dope. Sick. Tight. Nothing weird about hiding some shirts in the living room. I'm just gonna have a look-see. Holy shit, there are a lot of puppets in here. Yeah, puppets. Yeah, dude, puppet zone. Enough said. Our bro's got the market cornered on puppets based endeavors. backed up against the wall like a feral beast hissing for more plush-oriented content. Little guy's probably just scared. It just wants to protect its nest and mouth-to-mouth feed its babies only to the choicest puppet smut for a reasonable fee. What the fuck does any of that mean? You look back to Dave, but he's on his phone. God damn, this is so cool, actually. There's something weird about the whole setup that you just can't put your finger on. For one, you can't seem to find any secret shirts anywhere. It's all just puppets and plushes and DJ equipment. Oh my. Yeah, with my bro, you have to think of potential for ironic playoff. That guy's always one step ahead. Just when you think you've got it figured out, it was all just some sort of trap to make you think you'd gotten his goat. That goat is long gone. Makes you think maybe there never was a goat. Maybe it was some other barnyard animal all along. You've been duped into looking for a goat like some dumb asshole. Maybe the goat gets you really suburbed the whole time. You take a second to wonder if he's really using the term ironic correctly in this instance. By definition, yes, a goat getting you in the opposite of how the situation should go. Thank God you settled that. As you're about to reassure Dave that this joke tracks, you catch a movement out of the corner of your eye. Was that a camera? It couldn't have possibly been a camera. Oh, nope. There it is again. There is a camera coming out of the ice dispenser. It whirs softly as you approach. Its mechanical eye trained on you. How long has this thing been watching? Is this Dave's? You need to take a closer look, but your foot catches on something. You fall flat on your face. Oh crap. Dave seems too engrossed in the conversation he's having on his phone to pay you much mind, occasionally mumbling something out loud a few times before presumably typing it out. You search for what it was that made you beef it so royally. You know, beef it? Like fell down? That is a real phrase humans say. A small tripwire stands out a few inches off the ground. You must not have disturbed it enough to set off whatever contraption it's attached to, apparently. Oh yeah, sometimes they're more of a psych out. You think, oh fuck me, I definitely beefed it, which is a phrase that is real. And you sit there waiting on a bated breath, prepared to be fuck deep in velvety marionette dick. And it never comes. You go the rest of your day just waiting for the payoff from your dipshit mistake. And it never comes. You wake up in a cold sweat for weeks, yearning for a release that will finally never find you when it hits you. You've been fucking bamboozled by the master yet again. There's no elaborate booby trap. No Rube Goldberg device set you in act a series of complicated shenanigans, ultimately resulting in being buried alive in Kermit the Frog's plush amphibious dong. Beautiful, really. Damn, bro, you live like this? I mean, yeah, I guess. Keeps me on my toes. Heels never even hit the ground. A prima ballerina with a head full of dreams and nothing to lose. God's gift applies, ripping a straight, tasty tour and lair for my adoring fans. They go apeshit for this sort of thing, but it's just another day in life for dancers extraordinaire, Dave Strider. Haven't fallen for a trap like that since I was a baby. Trained. Real rookie mistake. Man looking tired, maybe. Drained. Oh my god, is he mumble rapping at you? This is the greatest day of your life. Honestly, if Dave Strider mumble rapped at me, I would cry, cause like, bruh. Whoa. Got more plush ass than a puppet lost and found. King Strider's dope, ill as fires, causing heavy as the crown. Rhyming puppet with puppet, call that puppet rhymes. Killing all the ventriloquists, puppet on puppet crimes. He goes on like this for some time with what could be described as bars of a similar caliber. The narrative focus shifts to your inner thoughts out of necessity because it turns out writing raps is really hard. The self-awareness. He isn't exactly great, but you're not really a rap expert, despite what your social media opinions might imply. Unless you count Hatch to Dance, which of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Wait, what is that? What does that mean? Why did you think that? The whole scenario feels a little weird and familiar to you. All of these kids feel familiar to you. You learn something new about Dave, and you feel like you already sort of knew it. You can't place it. Despite having met Dave no less than half an hour ago, something feels just slightly off about him. Something about his actions feels so performative in its nature. Like he's phantoming in front of an audience. Is Dave continues to rap, you remember that you are in front of an audience. You cast a glance over to the camera, but also to the hundreds of stuffed little creatures staring at you with their lifeless eyes. Mr. Revelation, you check in on Dave because I'm getting paid to write this, so I should probably make a fucking joke already. Master of my tool, I'm the ace. Hardware. Got more hose than a gardener. Yard care. Nice. Chaotic and surreal energy of the scene sends a shock of nervous energy down your spine. You feel alarmingly nude without the comfort and familiar warmth of your setter. There's nothing about it that grounded you. There was something about it that grounded you, something that felt like home. Dave concludes, oh my god, it moved. What the heck, it moved. Dave concludes his masterpiece with an elaborate series of yeahs and uhs, just as you see the camera turn away from him ever so slightly to focus on something else before retreating back into the ice dispenser. It almost makes it look a little bashful. That's kind of adorable, really. Despite the fanfic you've written in your head about a cool kid and his new best robot friend, the reality of the situation sets in. You have yet to make friends with this character, and it has kind of felt surreal and weird to you. Maybe it's time to zap back and hard reset this continuity to try again. What does that mean? Feels like I'm missing an important part of the puzzle here. Oh, did he read or hear that? How does this work exactly? Sometimes you just narrate what you're thinking. Kind of a baller move. Why has nobody called you out on this before? Put a hand on the counter to stabilize yourself, and your fingers brush up against something constantly polo. You just barely poking out from beneath a pile of discount plushies, nobodies, in a neatly retail folded shirt. Obviously, you were going to put the shirt on. You don't want to be the only one not wearing a cool shirt. Do you need some privacy? I'm not sure where one layer of you ends and the other begins. Doubt the audience cares. What? Oh, you guess being on camera like this is kind of fucking whack, you say. So pointedly, your sprite even shows up on screen for a second. Yeah, that's right, we went all out for this one. You're wondering if there was a place here that wasn't under surveillance. Cameras, constant surveillance. How does this kid even take a shit in peace? You know everyone's thinking it. Dope line of questioning that I'm sure the public at large is eager to know the answer to, but my room isn't wired up, no. About to get you fired up, though. Energy multiplying with maybe not this second. Alright, damn. You accompany Dave down the hall to his room. You hear the shower on as you pass the bathroom, and you peek in to see your hoodie nice gown on the tile being usefully wetted by a low pressure steam. You're welcome, by the way. Dude, look at Dave. It's Dave and Dave. Dude, what the Dude, I love this. Dave motioned you to go in first, giving you the privacy you need to change into an extremely starched polo shirt and nothing else. This collar will not go down. This is absolutely what someone in 2009 would think is fresh as hell. You look around the room for a bit. There's so many things in here. This would be a 13-year-old's wet dream, but to you it just seems a little much. Feels like there's just a bunch of things someone thinks they should like. Let the fan art reflect that you've put on the shirt at this point. There isn't a mirror in here, but you can tell this is someone out there with the side of it. Hey, look. The door opens and Dave is standing there, but not walking in. He's leaned up against the door frame sipping a juice. Where do you get that juice? What the fuck? Hallway juice, my guy. Hallway juice. Why don't you keep foodstuffs stashed around your house? What do you do when you get hungry? No, that's not it. You mean you usually just keep them in the fridge or whatever? Too obvious. Somebody help this useless clown. You're sure, Dave, that you've met many clowns in your day, and only some of them are useless. Name one. You can't. Why did you say that? Clowns are awful. Everybody knows this. Guess he's got you there. You know, despite the overwhelmingly plush decor of the rest of the house, there's a distinct lack of puppets in here. That's more my bro's thing. Not that they aren't deliriously sick. Just a whole hospital ward full of the illest children you've ever seen. Each one more up to pup than the last. Up to pup? Yeah, pup. Like puppets? Going to be honest, it really doesn't seem like his heart's in it. How do you mean? Well, it's just he doesn't really seem to be all into the puppets. Feels like a little performative. Well, I guess I got my own stuff I'm into. Like if I were to rank it on a 10, I'd probably say puppets are probably a solid 7. Got this kid on the ropes. Just one more push. In fact, it even goes far to say the puppet thing sort of sucks. It's extremely weird. The cameras, the hiding things in an animal, it all seems a little, whack. For a while, he just seems to look at you, almost as if he's sizing you up. It's a long stretch where Dave doesn't break eye contact with these dudes, finishes his cute little juice and crumples it up. Takes an ambitious shot at the trash can and misses by about 7.5 feet. Damn, I could have sworn I had game. You're throwing me off, mailman. Yes, that is correct. You are a faithful employee of the Postal Service. I mean, I definitely believe you, but let's say I didn't. Let's say I had a cool friend who, feeling they're too cool to care about details like this, they're a little skeptical of this whole situation. Maybe they must improve if you are who you are and said you were, before they let you get any closer to their friends. Just throwing that hypothetical out there. What proof would you possibly need? Say the oath. What? The oath. The mail oath. Oh look, the thing about that is, unless you aren't really a mailman. Behind his sunglasses, Dave's eyes shift ever so slightly to what you might describe in a less immediately hurrying sight, and his moderately priced looking mall katana mounted to his wall. You realize that maybe now isn't the best time to come clean about your impeccable ruse. Can't believe that you managed to put yourself in a mortal peril yet again. You wordlessly chuckle and shake your head. Oh, the situations you get yourself into. Haha. Dave, not privy to your private thoughts for once. Look on. Why, of course you can recite the mailman oath, you say with confidence. That is as misplaced as it is unfound. You perk up, now that is your time to shine. Maybe it's a pop collar, but you're feeling good about this one. You got this. You lied to tons of kids. One more and it will be a smooth sailing from here on. You open your mouth and there's a brief moment where everything feels like it's going to be okay. You immediately start sobbing and crumbled into a disgusting mess on the floor. Fuck. Oh, wow, okay. Jesus Christ. You're not a real mailman. You never were. You don't see real mailman outfit. You're just a fraud. You did not even know how much this costs. Oh my god. Jesus. Just, okay. It's gonna be alright there. Dave squats next to your deflated body and pats you a little awkwardly on what he assumes is your shoulder. You say you're sorry you tricked him. You just wanted to impress him because John said he was so cool. It's fine, I guess. Fuck, dude. Get a hold of yourself. Tries to get you up and everything, but you were desperately clinging to his shirt, confessing everything. Confessing to made-up crimes you didn't even commit. Look, my guy, we all make mistakes. Please stop whatever this is. Pretty sure you are harmless. I don't think you actually killed anyone with your ass, or ever an accessory to burning down an alien mall. Whatever insane shit you just said. Yeah, you kinda caught up in the moment and just started saying made up shit. Kinda say as if he's mad at you. Nah, dude. Get up. Dave helps you back up onto your feet. Come clean in only a slightly more controlled and dignified way this time. Explain how there are huge gaps in your memory and that you somehow ended up with these abilities that let you time travel space and time and sometimes even reality itself. Dave doesn't say much for a change, and it doesn't seem like he's listening at first, but you think maybe he just has one of those faces. Let me get this straight. One day you just appeared in a suburb. No memories except you had some mysterious teleportation power. You dig through an unsuspecting chump's mail looking for clues, and though some ridiculous universal happenstance, you just so happen to stumble upon the most gullible fucking dork in the universe? Friend him. Also, I'm there via text. Everett gives you a list of friends to visit. Out of all the chaotic choices available to you, myself included, and you go and see Rose first. Rose fucking Lalonde. Even though we built up such a good rapport when I told John you weren't a real mailman. Called it, by the way. Your first instinct is the most heavy-handed of all of us for some light kinship? Power move, I guess. Mailman out here wave dashing for friendship. King and spare and neutral for a good old Strider. Neutral A for old Strider, huh? You want to go back into the corner and spam your ragged attack for the D-man. Tragedy in 2 acts. Both acts are tilted betrayal. You definitely understand what's being said and absolutely don't have to ask your friends what some cool video game words are. You are 100% not pulling the boldest. How do you know, fellow kids, the world has ever seen? Besides, is that really the thing to be focusing on right now? You fucking wound me, mailman. Of course it is. Nothing is more important to me than this. You say that most humans only use 10% of their brain. That's because I'm using 90% of it to think about how dare you. So anyway, you can really go anywhere. See anybody you want. Sounds nice. For all but a moment, the act drops and you see the corners of his mouth tighten a little. The faintest afternoon light filters through his sunglasses, just enough at an angle to see his eyes shift ever so slightly towards the window. These subtle movements would surely be lost on most if you weren't so focused on trying to read him, or even just slightly further away, you may have missed it yourself. There is almost a loneliness in his voice. It must be hard to live here by yourself, so far away from the people who care about you. I know, why is this really entertaining? It's possible that you have been so focused on trying to blindly make friends that you've forgotten that in front of you is a real living person. You can't help but wonder if there's something you can do. You said you can take people with you, right? Like if you could teleport John around, would that work with anybody? This is it. Back to this kid's heart as clear as day. Fuck what you said just now. The friendship juice is so close you can practically fucking taste it. Try not to look excited affecting Dave's cool personas. You say, fuck yeah! You can take people with you. You scope out your fingernails because for some reason, that is what you do when you're acting cool. This works to the full extent, and coming from someone who is not but 7 minutes and 32 seconds earlier was rolling around on the floor damp with their own tears. Did he have someplace in mind? Yeah. I mean, got some ideas I could bounce off you, I guess. How do you feel about... Shh. With a swift finger to his mouth, he cut him off. He doesn't seem to like that very much, but you still consider it a successful maneuver. There's no need for words between friends. You know just where he wants to go. Just think really hard about it. Think about where you want to be, Dave. Think about what is important to you. Think about what you really want. It will all be more magical this way. Friendship is magic, after all. You just made that up right now. Don't look it up. Damn, guess that's true. He closes his eyes and you put a hand on his shoulder like, this is it. The smell of the forest, the heat of an apartment rooftop, the open breeze. Extend it outwards as much as you are able in this rodeo. You're merely the... What the fuck? Oh, fuck yes. The two of you stand near a sign that says, please wait to be seated. A very cheery hostess has a brief exchange with Dave and ushers the two of you to an open table. Oh, hell fucking yes. There's no mistaking it. About to get my motherfucking breadstick on. This is absolutely an Olive Garden. Fuck yeah, it is. When you're here, you're family, dog. While you're still new to this, you can't really seem to detect any irony in his voice. You thought for sure he'd want to go see his friends. You thought you had him figured out. First and last mistake, mailman. But you'll learn. And I'm a mystery. Got that history. Fucked up the plot, my flow is so hot, they leave you looking blistery. Radically ambiguous. My rhyme is contiguous. At the OG with my homie where the breadsticks are continuous. You know what? Fuck it. If you just let him go on for a while, you don't even know if that last one rhymed. Fuck. If you aren't charmed by this little bastard. You lean back in your chair and just absorb it all. Sitting in the worst restaurant imaginable with your new rapping teen friend, while the other patrons do their best to ignore his incredible rhymes. After a short while, Dave abruptly stops freestyling and you open your eyes. Oh fuck, you know what time it is? No, your Sprite doesn't have a watch drawn on it. It's breadstick 30, no watch necessary. Fuck me, I love breadsticks. I never talk about it. This is a very real and hidden character trait that nobody knows about me. Well, that sounds like a very real and hidden character trait that nobody ever knew about him. And we are certainly not finding this out now because of a series of seemingly unrelated events that possibly change the continuity of the universe, allowing this sort of otherwise narratively unimportant traits to shine through. Wow, he's really going to town on those breadsticks. Maybe this is all friendship needs to be. Spending some quality FaceTime with a solid bro and just absolutely decimating some bottomless breadsticks at a bad chain Italian restaurant. Maybe the real lesson here is friendship doesn't have to be a grand gesture or high adventure. Maybe the real friends. I understand you were having a moment, but I'm absolutely going to eat your breadsticks if you don't stop talking about what friendship means to you. Haha, yeah man, whatever you want. Hell yeah. I don't really want to do Jades. I want to skip to Carcat. No, I want to do that. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. I don't really want to do Dave, but I want to do Carcat. Oh my god, I don't know what I want to do. I'm gonna quit the game. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.